Benny Cato is 34. You'll hear his name a lot. 34, Benny Cato. 30. Yes. I can't get a technical from airport. That's enough. So we
All right, welcome back to Court 1 here at the Memphis Sports and Events Center at Liberty Park, formerly Memphis Fairgrounds, here in Memphis, Tennessee. I'm Josh Thomas. I'll be bringing you what is Game 3 on this court, a 5 versus 12 seed here at the Memphis Invitational Yeshiva High School basketball tournament. This will be the Flatbush Falcons from Brooklyn, New York. The Yeshiva of Flatbush Falcons have visited here in Memphis a number of times. They're playing the Fasman Yeshiva, the no-nicknamed Fasman Yeshiva from Skokie, Illinois, old school. They don't need a nickname. They'll be playing in the blue jerseys with white trim and numbers. Flatbush in the white jerseys with maroon numbers and names on the back. And immediately, speaking of names, Isaac Cooper hits a 3 to get on the scoreboard early for Flatbush. We want to thank Eli Savoya, radio media professional, who was here calling the first 2 games for us here in Memphis. Great to have his voice alongside, and now I'll be doing these next couple of games on my own, so I'll certainly be missing Eli's professionalism and abilities. I'll try to learn some of these names here as quickly as I can. Miss from inside the lane from Shia, and then put back on the offensive board for Flatbush, and then another steal on the inbounds, and quickly it is 7-0 Flatbush. I think Cada had that last bucket. Benny Cada missed, who had the second one, but an early opening salvo here for Flatbush. They lead 7-0, similar to our first game or our second game, first one I was here for in its entirety. Valley Tower got off to a quick 6-0 start, but an MTA answered and really made it a good ball game for the first half. Only down 12 at halftime, but then Valley Tower, the 2 seed here in Memphis, ran away with it in the second half and won convincingly, and they'll play TABC, the Torah Academy of Bergen County from New Jersey, in the next round tomorrow. Winners of these opening round games go into a already seeded Tier 1 to West. Soft touch there from number 11, Adir Amster, and he gets a 3 to put Fasman on the board. 7-3 Flatbush in the early going, but winner of this game will face the winner of the 4-13 game. I think we got a 3-second call there on the big man, Benny Keita, for Flatbush, and turnover gives the ball back to Fasman. And they're trailed by 4, just over a minute gone here in the early goings of, like I said, third game on this court. There's a foul on Ronnie Shaya. Pressure defense. I think we might. Oh, did we get a 5-second call? No, I think I'm hearing a whistle from the other board. We got a court behind us. And this is our first year at this very new facility here in Memphis. How that's not a foul, I'm not sure. But then Keita gets his own after the block, gets the miss, and puts it in. Build the lead back to 6 for Flatbush, 9-3. Nice cross-court pass there, breaking the press. And here's 34 for Flatbush. Good pressure defense from Flatbush, but Vladimirski goes up and gets the bucket. And then the steal on the other end. Trying to get a second look, but he's fouled as he tries to drive. And the foul is going to be on Joseph Shama. Flatbush will have the ball underneath the basket, guarded by Flatbush. And a pair of Fs here, Fasman and Flatbush. If I get tongue-tied, I apologize in advance. And bounce pass comes in between the circles. Here's Amster. And Silverstein tried to find Kompel over here right in front of the table, and miscommunication, threw the ball away. And Flatbush now have the ball up 4 here in the early stages of this game. A little bit of a wild shot there. Keita, though, gets the rebound, knifes in, and then he's fouled by
21 back to 5. 21.
He's fouled by Vladimirski, his first. He's going to put Keita on the line for 2. A couple of Flatbush substitutes after this first free throw. Keita makes the first. Puts Flatbush in the double digits here. Just over 2 minutes gone in the first quarter. Flatbush lead 10-5. This is the second, but I think we're going to get a lane violation on number 13. Zav Kompel for Flatbush, as he lost his balance and fell into the lane a little bit early. Keita takes advantage of that extra look, gets it to go. Good job there by Keita, recognizing the cross-court pass and gets the steal. But then Fasman comes away with it at the end. Five-point lead for Flatbush. Pressure defense up top by Flatbush. Nice offensive board there from Litwak. They find Vladimirski outside, then another offensive board. Oh, wow, but Keita so long on the interior. Vladimirski takes a bit of a wild lean back shot from about 7 and can't get it to go, but Fasman earned several looks there on the offensive end, just could not convert. And now a long 3 attempt. I think we get a foul on the 3. I'm not sure if there's some confusion on the whistle or not, but Sam Gemmel, if I'm saying that incorrectly, let me know. I think we had
That's a double whistle. We heard that whistle, but he thought it was mine.
This will happen in these when you have these 2 games going on simultaneously, and sometimes you come to these types of events and there's multiple games, even more than 2, but whistle on the other court caused some confusion. Shema did a nice job of ducking under and getting a shot off, but couldn't get it to go over the rim. Now here's Fasman again, only down 5 as we're under 5 to play here in the first quarter. 3 attempt for Adair Amster, and that's his second from beyond the arc. He's got 6 of Fasman's 8 points here in the first quarter, and they cut the lead in half down to 3. Queta in the lane, spins, puts it up with the left hand, can't get it to go, goes for his own rebound, takes it away from his teammate, and then misses the putback. And now here comes Fasman with a chance to tie if they can score from distance. A 2 will put him within 1. Yoni Silverstein brings it across the timeline. He dumps it down to Litlock, very active on the offensive end. Does a good job of moving without the basketball. Gets to the right spots. Oh, and then offhand, I think actually, did he really get hit in the face, or was that a little soccer, it's a little, one of those little things that you see soccer players. Remember, I think it was Jamal. He actually is shaking off the eye. He got hit with the offhand from the driving Fasman player, but in the end, it was a travel, not an offensive foul call. But then we get a walk there as Ricky Haddad tried to initiate an offensive possession. And so some turnovers here for both teams. Good job getting it into Amster here. And he beats the half-court pressure. He is hounded by 2 Flatbush defenders. Kompel drives into the lane, puts up a contested shot. Oh, Litvack cannot get the tip to go. Would have cut the lead to 1. And then that should, wow. This is a little ragged at the moment here, the basketball. And Haddad says, let's settle down. He dumps it down from near the mid-court line to Queta, and then Darren Casson scores from the weak side. Vladimirski's got to be careful, and he throws it away wildly. 5-point lead now, Flatbush. Queta dumps it off, and the ball is tipped and out of bounds. Fasman fortunate that Flatbush does not score after that turnover. Some substitutions now for Flatbush. Cooper back into the ball game. Isaac Cooper, he had a 3 early. Inbound comes to Kompel. There's Litvack. First time we've seen Litvack serve as a pressure release there on the full court press. Try backcourt cut, and they get it to a driving Yakov Koresh, and he cannot get the runner to go. And a turnover by Flatbush. But they come away with it at the end, and then, oh gosh, a tough. I'm not sure if there was a pass to Queta or it was an offensive rebound, but he put it up, made the bucket, and got fouled, and they'll have a chance for the traditional 3-point play and a chance to double up Fasman here as they lead 15-8. Queta can make it an 8-point lead from the free throw line. Goes in and out. Missed opportunity there. Fasman down 7 with the ball to come across the timeline. Kompel dumps it to Vladimirski and needs to get that to go. I think he feels the pressure of Queta there. A little fast on the shot. On the other end, Cooper's shot, also a quick release. He can't get it to go, and then the putback is missed, rolls off the rim. And Fasman's still down 7. Very good hands on defense there from Flatbush, and then Cooper tries a little up and under, and he gets fouled, and he'll go to the line with a chance to add to his early 3 points. And once again, chance to double up here. Still in the first quarter, 15-8. The Brooklynites lead over the Midwesterners by 7. Another missed free throw. Missed opportunities here for Flatbush. You wonder if those will come back to hurt them later on. Cooper will have another from the line. Gets that one to go, and it is 16-8. Biggest lead of the ball game for Flatbush. And they once again exert full court pressure. Long pass. Fortunate for Fasman that Amster comes away with that. Nice little crossover dribble. Now they get it to, that was number 32, Elon Brand in the ball game, and he had a good look from about 10, but could not get it to fall. Now a little teardrop in the lane for Shema. His prayers are answered, and it was not a prayer at all. Nice little pull-up teardrop there for Shema. Number 23, Sali Gadeh into the ball game. Bounce pass comes to Amster, and he dribbles cross, guarded closely there by Sam Jamal, who on this end has a look at three and gets it to go. Lead all of a sudden is 15. A lot of this is pressure defense created, and there's another steal. I'm not sure where the he's calling the foul, I believe, on I'm not sure who he had the foul. He showed number 14, so I think he has a foul there on whole confusion. We'll see who has possession here after the quick 30-second timeout for Fasman, who are down 13, I believe. 21-8. This is the scoreboard up there. I can look either way. Again, much of Flatbush's offense has certainly been created on the back of the defensive pressure. And as we come out from the timeout, Jimmel is all over Amster. And Zev Kompel went driving, and he's fouled by Ricky Haddad.
That's a shooting foul. That's a shooting foul.
I'm not sure if it was in the act of shooting, but I believe it's the 5th foul on Flatbush, and it will send Kompel to the line with a chance to cut into this 13-point Flatbush lead. And he misses the first. Kompel's second needs to make this a little strong right off the fingertips. You can tell it's a little strong. And does not convert on either attempt. Lead is still 13, under 30 seconds to play here in the first quarter. And Sali Gadeh hits another three for Flatbush, and the lead is ballooned to 16. This is a 13-0 run, I believe, here for Flatbush. Nice pass down to Amster, but he loses the hand on to the pressure of Flatbush's defense. Nice pass ahead to Cooper, and he gets it to go with the seconds ticking away here in the first quarter, and the lead, after a pretty competitive opening 4 or 5 minutes, Flatbush's relentless pressure got to Fasman in the closing 3 or 4 minutes there of the first quarter, and the lead is at 18. The quarter breaks. 2 minutes. Or maybe make it a minute. This is our penultimate game here on the court one. We'll have one more, the hometown Cooper Yeshiva Max coming into the tournament as a 14 seed, and they'll be playing the 3 seed Megan David Warriors. Megan David Yeshiva Warriors, also from Brooklyn. The winner of this game will play the 4th seeded Rochelle Zell Jewish High School Tigers from the Chicago area. They won their game earlier as the 4 seed, which puts them into the Tier 1 bracket, and will play the winner of this game regardless of which team it is. Whoever loses this game will go into the Tier 2 bracket, which does have the possibility of being reseeded from where those teams were seated coming in. Tournament committee allows for some adjustments in that Tier 2 bracket after having seen the teams in action in the opening round. All right, underway here in the second quarter. Ezra Schwartz in the ball game for Fasman, and after a turnover on the offensive side, he fouls a cutting Cooper, who gets it to go and will step to the line for a 3-point play opportunity. Once again, if my memory serves me correctly, I think we were 13-8 a few minutes into the first quarter, and Flatbush has just now increased their run to 16-0 since that time, and have put this game, the margin is largely in their favor, and they continue to just have very aggressive hands on defense. Cooper on the other end gets another layup to go, and lead up to 23. And again, the relentless run continues, similar to the run that Valley Torah put on in the second half. And then Cooper, it's another 3. He's got about 8 or so here in the first minute of the second quarter, after a few in the first quarter as well. And the lead up to 26. Could have been a palm call there. None is called. And then a shot from the baseline from Silverstein is no good. And then aggressive defense by Flatbush. Ball goes out of bounds. Will stay with Fasman, but they just cannot get anything, not get any looks at the rim right now. Trailing by 34-8. Minute and a half or so played here in the second quarter. And then a shot from the free throw line is blocked, and then Flatbush trying to break out, and the ball is thrown away. Of Castriata coming into the ball game for Fasman, number 3, a junior. Eavesdropping on a little conversation about time parameters, but Ronnie Shia at the line. This is a free throw, and Darren Caston coming back in for Flatbush, and he replaces Shema. And then off the free throw miss, ball went out of bounds, and Joseph Litwak comes back into the ballgame after he sat for several minutes. Fasman comes across the timeline. Hampshire looks like his shot might have gotten blocked, but a good job of Litwak finding the miss. Getting an offensive board, another opportunity here for Fasman. Here's Litwak muscling his way into the lane, but can't get the bucket to go. The drought continues for Fasman. And we can have a travel there on the catch. Haddad moved the pivot foot before putting the ball on the floor. And Fasman just having trouble with Flatbush's full court pressure. Here's Haddad with an open look at three off the front iron. Rebound for Fasman. It didn't even look like such a bad pass there, but Kasky with the steal. And then after the pressure on that end, another easy full court press and another turnover on the full court press, and the lead builds to 30.
In the second half, about 30. I was told, yeah, about 30. That's the hospital race. I'm already started. Heavy. It gets kind of ugly and feels get hurt and all that. We might catch up with Blue.
And we're back. A little off-air discussion there. Oh, and then a nice drive. I thought we had a foul call. I guess not. That was Jacob Haddad with a baseline drive. And again, this game very similar. I mean, not as lengthy, but in terms of in our last game, we had a very competitive first half, and the second half was a runaway. And this one, about 3 or 4 minutes of pretty competitive, tight basketball. And since that time, it was 13-8, and Fasman has not scored since that time. Now, one that Fasman also has put in a pretty broad swath of their bench, but they just cannot get a basket to go, and then they're I need to get where are the wipers? We used to have the wipers. Probably not, but it's not so slippery. It's not so slippery. But you do actually do. I mean, you got guys playing it. It can get a little schwitzy out there, and it is a good idea to have a little bit of mopping here and there. Going back over here to this mic. I like the way I sound with this microphone better. Beta and Ansrud coming into the ball game. Teddy Beta and Alan Ansrud. I will say this, though, that the discussion of a running clock should not be had midway through game 3. The discussion of running clock is something that should be established in rules ahead of time. And I understand, you're talking about people traveling a long way to play basketball. But there are reasons for rules such as those. Ooh, turnover there for Flatbush. They have not been able really to get the ball to the person who just now is shooting it. He's a little wide with that one, but nice job there from Litwack. The offensive rebound after the miss by Amster, who had 2 threes early on, accounting for 6 of Flatbush's 8 points until just a moment ago, as they just stopped what was a 30-0 run for Flatbush. Quite simple. Elementary. Yeah. I mean, you're just a hired hand. I mean, Amster. Nice dump off, and then drive. Oh, and into the lane, and Litwack gets that one to go again. 2 in succession for Litwack. Fasman getting some points on the board now after they have there. Darren Casson called for the foul after this. I like the Falcon on the shorts, at least of some of the players. I'm not sure if every player has that same pair of shorts. I see someone, no, can't quite tell, but cool logo. Amster loses the dribble. Oh, but finds a backdoor cutting. Svikark finds his way into the scoring sheet, and now a turnover. Oh, we got an early wall. After the turnover, Litwack was too quick with the feet and got called for the travel after picking up the loose ball. Got a good game on this court behind us. That 3-pointer just cut a 7-point deficit to 4. In the lane over here, that was Natkin. Got the runner to go in the lane. Builds the lead back up to 26. Now here's Amster, has the ball tipped away. That pass fortunate not to be stolen. Oh, defense. Poor guys got to get open when you're getting doubled like that. Oh, nice dump onto the box. And then Brand trying to make a pass from too close quarters. And on the other end, a wild drive. Flatbush can't get the shot to go. That was a number 33 that I don't have in my media guide. Here's Natkin. Knifes into the lane. Kick out the corner. Anzarut has the ball tipped away. It'll stay on this end for the Falcons of Flatbush. Under a minute to play here in the second quarter. 46-14 lead. Anzarut between the circles. He kicks right to Patty Beta. Now into the lane. Bit wild and out of control, but bailed out with a foul from behind. That might be David Cheney. Listed in our book as number 11, but he's wearing.
No. How many individual fouls? How many you give? 6 or 5?
Cheney makes the second. Flatbush turning down the pressure a bit on the defensive side. Let Fasman come across the half-court line. Oh, nice find of Brand on the block. And that. So Fasman had 8 early, went probably over a quarter's worth of time overlapping the break between the first and second quarter, and they now have scored 8 here late in the second to have 16 as the seconds tip away here in the first half, and some collisions there in front of the scorer's table. Referees choose to let play go on, and the clock ticks away, finishing the first half. Flatbush put up 49, and they lead 49-16 after one half of play. We'll have the second half for you here in just a couple of minutes.
Should be going that way. Yeah. No. We should be going this way. Should be white ball. I would look this way.
That's game ball. Who's hitting the buzzer like that? Don't do that. Only hit it one time.
I only hit it one time.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, because they were saying it was hit about 6 times. Okay, don't do it. Don't do it.
It's two. No, it's two ones. You get 30 seconds. That was him.
I didn't hear it. I didn't hear it. All right, we are ready to start the second half. It's going to be Flatbush basketball coming out of the break. They are enjoying a 33-point lead here at halftime. 2 8-minute quarters left in this one, and then we will have our last game of the day here at the Memphis Sports and Event Center. And last game on court one. Nice bucket from the left side of the key there for Flatbush. Inch over the 50-point mark. There's the ball in the quarter, and then the ball in the corner is tipped away as Vladimirski tried to make the pass. He then called for the block, adding injury to insult as he got hit in the nose or chin, it looked like, as he tried to draw the charge.
Glad you all right?
Seth, on offense.
Free off the inbounds pass is no good, and then Haddad, Ricky Haddad commits the foul after the miss. Just off the mark there for Amster. He had 2 threes early on, but has not been able to find the mark. He's really having trouble finding space and getting the ball on the offensive side. Then on this side, a little bump. Nice drive there from Ricky Haddad. A little contact with the officials, I'm going to say wisely, swallowing the whistle there and letting play go on. He made the bucket. Here's Amster. Gets it down along the baseline. 2 Fasman players there. Now you had briefly open from 3, and then a 3 from out on top from Kompel does not go. The back iron, and Flatbush again in possession. Set up the half-court offense, dump it down. Looked like it might have been a foul there. That was Casson, couldn't get it to go, had a hand in his face, maybe on his face. And Flatbush pulling the pressure, the defense back a tiny bit here. Hampshire, a little quick on that one. And I think the pressure defense is just kind of getting to him. The foul is called on Yoni Silberstein of Fasman. Just over 2 minutes played. Start of the second half. Flatbush comfortably ahead. And they are, three-pointer is in the cylinder, bounces out, but a nice job by Casson to corral the offensive board, then throws it away. And here come Fasman across the timeline, Amster, the corner. Ball's dumped down to Vladimirsky. He couldn't get an open look. Ball comes out on top, and then at the end of all that, Yoni Silverstein is called for a foul. Seemed like there was a foul, but free from the hash. No good. Oh, and then that was Cheney dribbling it off his ankle as he tried to drive along the left side of the lane into the lane of Vladimirsky, and his quick shot attempt is no good. Rebounded by Cheney, doing a good job of boxing out his number 33 counterpart for Fasman, Josef Litwak. Skip pass across the lane. Nice dish, but shot was missed, I believe, by Jacob Haddad. Then offensive rebound for Flatbush is missed, but a foul is called and sends Kaysen to the line. It's the free throw. Two free throws there for Kaysen. Gets them both. Three in the corner for Fasman, no good. Kaysen, very long, goes up and gets the rebound over Lefton, Ari Lefton, in the game, number 10 for Fasman. Free from the elbow, perhaps a little bit ill-advised there. Oh, and then Lefton turns it over after doing a good job on the boards, trying to break out there. Throws it away, trying to find Silverstein along the far sideline. Halfway gone here in the third quarter. Nice hands there from Kompel to tip the pass. Oh, and then Amstel can't get the Amster and not get the layup to go on the other end. Fortunate for Fasman not to convert that turnover into points. Passing to the lane to Kaysen. Nice job of posting up. Presenting a nice big target for the pass to the interior. Turns and gets the short one to go. And then another turnover on that end for Fasman. Anzarut calling it for, Cheney comes knifing into the lane, gets it, and gets the shot to go. 3 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Vladimirsky kicks it out. Good ball movement here from Fasman. And Amster is rewarded with an open look from 3 and gets it to go his 3rd tray of the ball game. Good rotation here for Flatbush. They get a 3. Cason's just too big. Having trouble keeping him off the boards. Natkin got an offensive board. They dumped it into Cason. He spins, kicks it out to an open Anzarud, and his 3 is off the mark. Ball's tipped out and comes back to Fasman. They come across the line. Now Silverstein out by the center circle. Tries to get it to Amster, but enough more quick hands there for Flatbush. The Falcons get the steal. Amster gets the miss on the break. He kicks it out to Kompel. And now Silverstein at the right elbow across from us. Vladimirski with a nice ball fake. Dunks under and gets it to go. Saw a little bit of that early on. Schubert sporting the Hokas. Nice. So trendy. Minute and a half to go here in the 3rd. Again, hometown Cooper Max will be playing on this floor last game of the day. Miss on that end, and Fasman doing a nice job of corralling the rebound to the corner. And now here's Vladimirski from the free throw line. Sweet looking jumper from the big man. Some good offense here from Fasman in the latter stages of the 3rd. Interestingly, they had 8 in the first quarter, 8 in the second quarter, and they got 7 this quarter. So pretty consistent in terms of what they're putting on the board. I mean, again, they have shown signs of being able to score. They kind of score in spurts. They scored those 8 early in the first quarter, another 8 late in the second quarter, and then, kind of a little flurry here late in the 3rd. They need to find a way to get more consistent good looks at the hoop. Ezra Schwartz for 24, checking in for Fasman. Elon Brand as well, 32. Clock, and we're under 20 to play here in the 3rd. Here's Natkin, guarded at the far hash. He gets it in the corner, dribbles it out. As a skip pass across the lane. Cheney can't get it to go, but a great putback from number 12, Darren Cason, cleaning up the miss. Cheney did a good job of catching a swift skip pass across the lane. His shot bounced off the iron, but then Cason came flying in and tipped in the rebound for another 2 as the buzzer sounded here in the 3rd quarter. And we'll have one more quarter to play here in this opening round matchup here in Memphis at the Memphis Sports and Events Center at Liberty Park, and right in the middle of Memphis, Tennessee. If you've ever been here, it's right near, I'm looking at the Liberty Bowl Stadium outside of the windows here, Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium.
We call over them a little bit.
As well as the defunct Mid-South Coliseum just across the way. The Beatles played there, amongst other maniacs.
Right. I didn't go.
Both teams coming back on the floor here to start the 4th quarter. Our last game, the game featuring the hometown Cooper Yeshiva Max, is scheduled to tip at 5. We should be back on schedule by then, certainly. We're moving along at a good clip. So we should make up any lost time by then. Fasman will have it to start here in the fourth quarter across the way from us here at midcourt. Into the lane. It looked like a foul. No, nothing called there as Schwartz did a good job of making a strong move into the lane. Went up. Looked like he got through contact, but no call. And then a pass into the corner to Natkin. He went high to get it, but couldn't quite bring it down. And it goes out of bounds. Turnover gives the ball back to Fasman. Lefton. Skip pass. I think he was trying to throw it to the coach. Coach says, my bad. I'm too young. I look too young. You thought I was a high school basketball player, but I am a coach. Corner now, Natkin on the right corner. Our side. There's Beta inside to Cheney. Cheney ball fake, kicks it back out to Beta. Beta tries to drive, guarded closely, and then Cheney in the lane, puts it up quickly, too quickly, can't get it up over the rim, and then it's out of bounds off of the Falcons. It'll give the ball back to Fasman. One of the Falcons, Beta, was trying to tie his shoe, didn't get the attention of the referees to hold the ball until he was done doing so. Oh, nice ball movement. They get it to a cutting left, and I think Brand might have been better advised if it was Brand. I think it was to just go up with it. But he saw a cutting Fasman player already left him on the other side, and then he missed that shot. Flatbush converted, meanwhile, on the other end, and then pass goes through the hands of Schwartz. Turnover. Ball comes over to Cheney. He doesn't catch cleanly, but does a nice job of saving it. Inbounds to Bena. Cheney from the baseline, a little 9 or 10 footer. He gets that to go. Okay. Lefton with a look from deep, long range. Can't get it to go. Had the face of the cylinder, but couldn't get it to fall. But I think the ball might have been tipped out of bounds by Flatbush. So Fasman will trigger in from the baseline underneath the Flatbush basket. It out to Campbell. More good defense from Flatbush. Here's Lefton dribbling along the far right hash. Nice dump down there from good pass from Schwartz to Brand, but then he got too far under the basket. Now here's Lefton after the steal, puts it up with the left hand. Nice leaner, shielding the defender with the body, and put it up softly on the rim and got the kind roll. Here's, I think, Natkin. He goes up with the right hand, can't get it to go. Rebound loose, comes away to Schwartz. Now Campbell looks to push it up court for Fasman. Oh, errant pass there. Some nice sets that Fasman is running right now. They're getting some looks under the basket, but having trouble getting those to go. Now here's an open look from the left elbow from Tzvi Kark. Front iron and no good. Flatbush is going to call a timeout with 4:24 to play here in the fourth. Meanwhile, things have tightened up on the other court. Looking over my shoulder, I see a 2-point game and make that a 4-point game as the Milken school just put a bucket, a rebound back in to build the lead back up to 4 there, but that one has tightened up. More good hands there from Lefton. He finds it was 2-3. So Koresh into the ball game. he found a cutting Gav Castriata, and Castriata will go back to the line for two. I think he had a couple of looks earlier from there as well. I'm not sure if he made them. This is that. Cheney boxing out well on the missed free throw. Corner to Anzarut. Baseline cut off. Skip pass to Natkin, to Kaysen in the lane, and does a nice job with that. They have him listed as 6'1". He looks taller. Now here's Lefton. Cross-court pass. Back to Koresh. Oh, and then a short-range bucket from Schwartz. Missed the layup for Flatbush, but then it's put back in by Cheney. Very active on the boards this whole game. Passing the lane to Schwartz. He tries to kick it back out. He gets it. Does a nice ball fake. Gets Kaysen up in the air, but then Kaysen recovers and gets the block from behind. Here's Beta trying to drive right baseline. Full cross-court pass, and then it goes into the corner to Natkin. He misses, and then rebounded by Koresh. Now here's Lefton. Nice little hesitation move. Drives, gets it into, that was Brand, who does a nice job of avoiding the blocker of Kaysen. Goes up with the left hand and gets it to go. Clock ticking down to 2 to play here in the fourth. Pass is tipped, but then it finds its way to Lefton. And then the teardrop from Koresh is swatted away by Kaysen, who's gotten a lot of minutes here in the second half for the Falcons of Flatbush, who once again will go on to play the Chicago area school, Rochelle Giselle Jewish High School from suburban Chicago. We'll have a Midwest versus Brooklyn matchup there. Flatbush will go into the Tier 2, and they'll learn their opponent later today. Minute 21 to play. That was sort of a sub timeout. Just wanted to get somebody into the ball game. Referee's kind of being a little liberal with the substitution policy there to get somebody in. Here's Lefton. Oh, darn. Pass from Koresh to Castriata is off the mark and goes out of bounds. Minute 6 to play. Beta dribbling, guarded by Lefton. They might just dribble out the clock here. See? Nice ball. Good show of the ball there. Layup to go. Lefton for a wild three. No good. Kick back out to Koresh. His three. Contested off the mark. Oh, nice job on the boards there for Fasman. I think that's Castriata is very active getting that ball. Here's Lefton once again. Another nice ball fake. Drives and puts it up with the left hand. Can't get it to go. Rebound no good. Schwartz, see if he can get the bucket to go. And he does. Another 8-point quarter for Fasman, and the clock will tick down 2-0. There's the buzzer. Final score, Fasman 31, Flatbush 73. Flatbush get the win, 73-31 over Fasman. They will advance to a Tier 1 quarterfinal Friday versus Rochelle Zell. That'll do it for this ball game. We've got a bit of a break here before the next game, which is not scheduled until 5 p.m., which will feature the hometown, the host school, Cooper Yeshiva High School Maccabees, the Macs from Memphis, Tennessee. They will take on another Brooklyn squad, the Megan David Yeshiva Warriors from Brooklyn. They are a past champion. In fact, the defending champions way back from 2019, but they were the last team to win this event. In fact, they won the last 2 years, 2018 and 2019. So again, they are the holders, and they will begin action as the 3 seed. They will begin action as the 3 seed, playing the hometown Cooper Macs, the 14 seed. We'll have that for you in just a little while. Hopefully, the hometown is probably scheduled. I'll get the bell on him. I'd rather. Like it's always like a head.
Sorry, scoreboard home. What time is it? Okay, what time is it now? Was hit it for 28? Was hit it for 32?
How does contest work?
That was a quick bat there, buddy. That's good.
Dude!
That's some good stuff right there.
The top 8 shooters, 14. Cooper, Isaac Cooper, 14. Top 8 shooters, I think. After this game, I'll probably go for sure. Yeah, and then for ties, we'll go on, and then today the top 8, tomorrow the top 4, Saturday.